Hey guys, today marks a week, 1 week since my surgery, and I'm getting around much better. And I wanted to kind of give you guys a rundown, a little bit more coherent rundown of how my surgery went. So the day of my surgery, I was really nervous, and I couldn't hide it. I had never had surgery before except for my C-section, but I was awake for that, and that was just too exciting to even, I don't even call it a surgery. So I'd never been put under, and that's just what was stressing me out, and I just didn't know what all that entailed. So anyways, I get to the hospital, Winnie Palmer Hospital in Orlando. Best hospital I've ever been to in my life. And they called me back, and I had to do a couple of prep things, and I even had to stick stuff up my nose and clean. It was really weird. They got me all dressed, had to poke me 4 times for an IV. I have like so many bruises on my arms. They finally got my IV taken, and then they put the monitor on me and all that good stuff. Well, the surgical team started coming in, and I started getting really nervous, and like tears were coming down my eyes because I was just overwhelmed. I don't know, I was just so scared. And they gave me some medication that they said would make me forget, like just make me out of it, until I got into the OR. Well, I remember asking her if she had given it to me because the room was spinning, but I still remember that. And then I don't remember saying goodbye to my mom. That part I don't remember. But I do remember getting into the OR and seeing the robot that was going to be working on me, and all of like the stuff and all of the people, and I just started just silently crying to myself. So I'm like laying down, and I'm laughing about it now because I don't understand why I was so emotional, but I was just laying there, and just tears are just coming down. They're like, it's okay. I'm like, and tears are just coming down. And I remember him putting the mask on me and saying, this is 100% pure oxygen. And I'm like, okay. I guess I was out because I don't remember anything after that. And I'm kind of glad that he didn't tell me that he was putting me under, because that was the part I was the most worried about. Like, what does that feel like to lose control? I hate losing control. That's why I've never been a drugger or a heavy drinker, because I don't like the loss of control. So I don't remember anything after him saying that this was 100% pure oxygen and putting it on my face, and tears coming down my face. But then I woke up, and instantly the only thing I could get out of my mouth was, I'm gonna throw up. And so they gave me nausea medicine. I was woozy. I couldn't keep my eyes open. They were too heavy. But they had to give me like 2 different kinds of nausea medicine. I had a patch behind my ear as well, and it was not working. I was so dizzy, so nauseous. That's the only thing I could think about. And I remember they said I got out of surgery at noon, and I went in at 7:30. It was a long time. It didn't feel long. I thought my back would hurt when I got out of surgery for being on my back so long, but it didn't, which was kind of weird. But they did tell me before I went to surgery, which kind of freaked me out, is that I lay on the table, and then here's my head. They end up doing the surgery on an incline like this. It's like, what? That kind of freaked me out, knowing I'm just gonna be like upside down. So my face was pretty puffy when surgery was done, mostly my eyes. I mean, 4 hours like this, geez, head down. That's kind of weird. Instantly I knew I had pain, but only on one side of my stomach. And I had the 4 holes and then the one in my belly button, but only my right side hurt. And so I didn't ask for pain medicine right away because it wasn't excruciating, because my goal was to not take a lot of pain medicine because I don't like how it makes me feel. I don't like the nausea. I don't like the constipation. I don't like sleeping away everything. I want to be aware of everything. Again, I guess I'm a control freak. So after getting out at noon, they had me on oxygen because they said that I had a lot of trouble breathing in this position. And I'm like, yeah, I was just diagnosed with sleep apnea. I haven't received my mask yet. It's all a process. So you know, that kind of concerned me. Like, gosh, I was having trouble in surgery. Like, thank God something didn't happen. And so I stayed in recovery for 2 hours, so a little over 2 hours. And I had forgot to tell you, I think, that the day before at my pre-op, I asked the doctor to please keep me overnight because I lived, you know, an hour and a half away from the hospital, and going home the same day was just a little scary for me to take that ride home just after surgery. And she agreed that she would keep me overnight and make sure that I was all good to go the next day. And so I was very thankful and relieved that I had the opportunity to rest and I didn't have to rush to get home in the car and all this stuff. Because with my nausea I was having, ooh, if I had gotten into a car, it would have been all over with. I eventually got up to my room on the 9th floor, and my mom was there waiting, and they gave me a few minutes because I had to move myself over from one stretcher to the bed. Whew. And I was just so nauseous and dizzy. So they gave me a few minutes to kind of just gather my composure, and then I moved over. And the pain reminded me a lot of what I had with my C-section, except for the place that it was. It was like one side of my stomach rather than the lower part of my stomach. And my throat was so dry, and I know that was from having the intubation tube down my throat. So it took me about another hour or so to come to and like be normal and feel normal, and for the nausea to go away. Once the nausea had finally gone away, about 4 or 5 hours after surgery, I was famished. I was so hungry. Of course, I had to start me off on clear liquid, so I did the clear liquid thing, and that Jello tasted like a steak, because I didn't care. It was delicious. And I still got nauseous on and off through the night, which is basically have been my biggest complaint, is my nausea, because I was able to start getting up, going to the bathroom. It was painful to cough. It was painful to move, to sit myself down slowly, to pick myself up slowly. But my biggest complaint was the nausea, because that's just so uncomfortable. And by that night, I want to say by 7:00 p.m., I was able to order a full liquid dinner. I was so excited. And the thing about Winnie Palmer is they have room service. They don't have like meal deliveries. It's like when you're ready to eat, you call down to the cafeteria, you have a menu, you place your order, and they bring up what you wanted. Like anything I wanted. I was like, really? That's weird. This is kind of awesome. And the food was normal food, like normal restaurant food. There was no hospital food. My mom stayed at a hotel nearby in case I needed her that night, and I slept for 1 hour increments, you know, because everyone's always coming in. And then the next morning I was allowed to have a regular breakfast. I ordered a regular breakfast. It was delicious. And then I was able to go home by lunchtime. So been home, and the only thing I've really been struggling with is the nausea. It has still not gone away. Anytime I get in a car, now I'm not driving, but if I'm riding, anytime I get in the car, I just want to throw up everywhere. I just don't understand. My incisions are doing good. I'm gonna put a picture of my bruising, because that was kind of startling, and I didn't realize that you could bruise so much, even when there wasn't an open, like there wasn't an incision, you still bruise. So it's like, you know, they banged up in there. So I'll put a picture of my stomach and show you guys that. And yeah, other than that though, I'm getting around pretty good. I'm doing a lot of resting, because if I stand too long or if I sit up too long, I get just so dizzy and nauseous. I hope that subsides soon. This is just, I know it's just 1 week post surgery, so I'm kind of glad that I have, you know, 2 more weeks to be able to you know, recover fully, because if I had to go to work already, I would just be. And I'm also thankful that I got to stay over at Winnie Palmer one night, because I don't know how I would have made it home that day with my nausea so bad. I give props to the ladies that do go home the same day, but there was no way I was ever going to be able to do that. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's kind of what it's been. And I just wanted to give you guys an update. I know a lot of comments worrying and well wishes, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you so much, and I should start filming again soon. Just got to get better. Thank you guys.